Welcome back to Cord Cutting Today, where we break down some of the biggest stories happening in the world of cord cutting, including today, video ads are coming to the Roku home screen. We'll tell you where and what to expect in the future. YouTube TV is losing subscribers. Pretty much every major live TV provider has lost subscribers so far in 2024. We'll break that down. And more video games are going to Amazon's Fire TV. We'll tell you from where and what to expect in a moment. First though, if you want to learn more about any of these stories, I'll put a link to each story in the first pinned comment and in the show notes. You can read them for yourself there. Second, if you want to help us out and help us grow, do us a favor. Hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. We really appreciate it. It lets YouTube know you enjoy what we do here. And hopefully we can help you break free from the high cost of TV and still watch the shows you enjoy. With that said, let's dive into it. Now, during the first quarter 2024 earnings call, Roku announced they were working on video ads for the home screen. That has now rolled out. Cord Cutters News has confirmed that video ads are coming to the home screen of Roku TVs and Roku streaming players. For now, in a very non-obtrusive, as non-knowing way as possible. This includes currently taking the existing ad blocks, instead of just showing a static banner, having a video. On the right hand side of the Roku screen, get that big banner ad. Instead of having that be an image, it's now a video play. Now, this is exactly what Roku's CEO said that was going to happen, but they made it clear that they're not going to stop there. He said during the first call, we're also testing other types of video ad units, looking at other experiences where we can add to the home screen that would help, that would be where we can innovate more video advertising. So that's something we're looking at. So he acknowledged that video ads were coming to existing ads, and this is we're also looking at different ad options. What does that mean? Well, Fire TV, it was one of the first to really go into the full screen ad, where you launch your Fire TV and a full screen ad plays. Now they've toned that down a little, made that a little less annoying, and made some big improvements there. Will Roku go that route? They have not said anything about having full screen ads so far. So far, they're just limiting it to the existing banner ads, but they are looking at other options. What that means is really unknown. So that raises the question, what do you think? Would you be okay with more video ads? What do you think of these video ads? Have you even noticed? I think very few people have even really noticed this. Leave me a comment, let me know. I would love to hear from you and what your thoughts are in the new Roku video ads. First quarter of 2024 was a rough year for live TV services, not just for cable TV and satellite companies, but for streaming. Pretty much every, as far as I can tell, major live TV provider lost subscribers in the first quarter of 2024, including YouTube TV, which is one of the first recorded losses they've ever had. It's about 150,000. Now, YouTube TV reportedly added over 1 million subscribers in 2023. What I think we're seeing here is a lot of NFL subscribers, people who subscribe for NFL after the Super Bowl, going to cancel and go on demand. But I think this is part of a bigger trend. From my knowledge, somebody correct me if you saw numbers otherwise, but every major live TV provider, both cable, satellite, and streaming, has reported losses now in the first quarter. Now, MoffettNathanson was the company that reported this number. Google has actually not reported YouTube TV numbers. They don't report quarterly numbers for it. But according to MoffettNathanson, a very well-respected analyst that does this, they lost 150,000 according to their numbers. Be interesting. Now, I suspect that's circular. Again, NFL ends, people cancel, they'll come back. But I think it's a bigger picture, people moving away from live TV to on-demand services. People would much rather watch their content on demand than live TV through this. They want to watch content when they want to watch it, how they watch it. Outside of sports, they don't really care that much about live TV channels like you did in the past. Now, I know there are people who are exceptions. I'm making some generalities. But from my understanding, talking to our readers, that's becoming the vast majority of cord cutters out there, is they would rather pay for on-demand content from things like Hulu On Demand, Prime, Netflix, and the like. Is that you? Leave me a comment. Let me know. I do suspect that YouTube will see a bounce later this year as NFL and college football starts back up. All right, Bally Sports has until the end of July to find a way to get out of bankruptcy. Yesterday, from when I'm recording it, 2 days from when I post this, last Tuesday there was the emergency court hearing where Bally Sports sat down and talked to the judge and about the demands from Major League Baseball, NBA, and NHL. They wanted access to actual contracts from places like Comcast, Proposals, DirecTV, and other places. It probably included like Fubo and the like. The judges ruled that these are confidential agreements covered by a non-disclosure agreement between the two companies, and that Bally Sports' parent company, Diamond Sports Group, does not need to share them. They don't have to hand over the contracts. Now, the judge did say, though, that they do still have to come up with a go-forward plan, a plan to get out of bankruptcy by the end of July, or the future of Bally Sports is very much in doubt. Comcast, we talked about this before, dropped Bally Sports, and that raised many questions from NHL, NBA, and MLB, about the future of the network. Will they be able to continue to pay these lucrative sums to these companies from their streaming services and their cable TV deals if they don't have Comcast? Many people think that would be very difficult. Comcast wants to move the package to higher, more expensive packages. So far, Bally Sports has been unwilling to do that. They want it in cheaper packages because that means more people will pay for it even if they don't watch it. Leave me a comment, let me know what you think. Here's our question of the day. Will Bally Sports be here at the end of 2024? Will Bally Sports be around in time for the 2025 MLB season? I know it's going to get renamed. It appears that FanDuel will get the rights pending approval by the judge and all kinds of stuff. Leave me a comment, let me know. What do you think? What is the chances of Bally Sports making it out of bankruptcy without Comcast? Or is it a make it or break it? They get Comcast back or they just don't make it? Leave me a comment, let me know. All right, T-Mobile is cracking down on people who are taking advantage of 5G home internet in areas they shouldn't. Now, T-Mobile has for a long time limited the amount of people in each market that can get 5G home internet. What they want to do is make sure they're not overloading towers in a particular area. Now, those 5G routers have GPS trackers in them, which allows T-Mobile to say, hey, you registered in Michigan, but you're now using it in Florida. Now, according to the report, starting today when I'm publishing this, so I record these videos as a reminder the night before at the end of the workday to publish the next morning. But today, according to a report from the Mobile Report, T-Mobile will start sending warnings to customers who have purchased saying they live in one spot and been using it in a different spot. Now, T-Mobile does have a more expensive plan that allows you to travel with it and take it wherever you want. But the base plan says you'll use it in one specific place, and if you move, you'll notify them. You have to basically re-register it, see if it's available in that location. This is to help balance out their network to not be overloaded so that they can continue to offer high-speed service without overwhelming one particular tower or one particular network. If you're affected by this, if you've registered in one place and been in another, you can register to change to your new address or take it back to the original. If that's not an option, you'll have to either switch plans, likely to the more expensive roaming away one, or to the lighter, slower, older version of it. I think it's the 4G only version. It'll be interesting to see how this plays out. I understand what they're doing here. You know, they've been very careful from the beginning to say we only have so much capacity in each area. We don't want to put too many people on it where the network slows down. And over time, intentionally or unintentionally, people move and don't think about the fact that they now have to call T-Mobile to tell them they've changed addresses. But people moved with those and maybe are now overloading some areas in ways they weren't expecting. So if you are one of those customers and you did do that, look for a warning to come in the weeks and months to come. Starting today, they'll apparently roll out. All right, let's dive into it. Question of the day. If you have a question for me you would like me to answer, leave a comment. Start off with something like a question for Luke. Sometimes I answer them here in the video. Sometimes I answer them in the comments. If I don't answer it, please re-ask it. Today's question is, what's the best, easiest, and cheapest way to watch Major League Baseball this summer and then the NFL this fall and winter? So that's a tough one. Now, the great thing here is you have a lot of options. Now, Major League Baseball very much depends on where you live. A growing number of places do offer subscription services. I just helped my 80-some-year-old grandma get set up with a Bally Sports Plus because she really wanted her Tigers, and Comcast doesn't offer it anymore. They dropped Bally Sports. So you can always look to see if your regional sports network has a subscription service. And then you can look at other options to get the national games. I know there still are some games on the MLB network. It's not quite as popular, but you do see games on different cable networks, so you may need to get something like YouTube TV, Hulu Plus Live TV, Fubo, and the like to get. If you go in that route, you may want to look in Fubo or DirecTV Stream. They have many RSNs, not all, but they have many of them. But you also it depends where you live. Some Major League Baseball teams are now available with free over there through an antenna. Not many. That may change if Bally Sports goes under, though. Shop around. Do your research. Look up your team. What are they available on? What works for me here in Michigan is going to be very different from what maybe works for you in Texas, for example, depending on where you live in Texas. Check that out. But for football, I think like we talked about, NFL Sunday tickets on YouTube TV, that's important to you. YouTube TV is probably where you want to go. You can get NFL Sunday ticket just through YouTube if you pay a little bit more. Combine that with an antenna. It's probably one of the cheapest ways. You can also look at other things. If you have a good antenna, you can look at Sling TV to get ESPN, for example, for Monday Night Football. There are many great ways to be able to access content out there. You just need to do the research. It comes down to what you want. Do you need every single NFL game? Then Sunday ticket's what you want. If you're only caring about your local team and you don't even care that much about Monday Night Football, maybe an antenna is all you need and get it for free. So do your research. And that's the great thing about cord cutting. No one way fits everybody. There's also no contracts. You can sign up for Fubo maybe for the summer, switch over to YouTube TV, and then switch back. That's the flexibility of cord cutting. Well, that's it for today. I hope you have a fantastic day. Take care. Be safe. I'll talk to you all again tomorrow.